guys, welcome to Better Bachelor. My name is Joker with a face for radio and a voice for print. Well, if it isn't the consequences of our own actions once again. If you remember the videos I've done, one was a couple of weeks ago, which was this one, Woman Mad or Chad Boyfriend Has Too Many Options. And I did this one, which is my ex is addicted to dating apps and she couldn't keep him. So she tries to ruin him and getting him removed off of dating apps so he doesn't have the opportunity to date anymore. Well, now she fired a copyright. She fired a copyright strike against me, which failed. YouTube backed me up on this, of course, because there's no identifying information about her, and I blurred her face, to be kind. I could have gone further, I suppose, and put a voice filter. But, see, the reason why this is kind of an interesting and I think an important video is I called her out on both of those, saying, look, you need to be responsible for your own bad decisions, ladies. If you do something that's maybe bad or not bright, you make a mistake, maybe learn from it. Maybe take a moment of pause and say, you know something? I'm making a lot of bad decisions in life. I'm getting called out on the internet by bald guys. Maybe I should change my course in life. And instead of doing that, she's going to basically call out to the teacher, meh, I'm unhappy. I'm being called out for making mistakes and doing bad things. I want his video taken down. And YouTube looked at it and was like, well, there's no information about you. Your face is blurred. And what's funny is in the email that YouTube sent me, because they forward whatever information she claimed on there. She said I'm damaging her brand, which I didn't post her brand or her name, and that I'm being very disparaging. Well, last I checked, that's not a bad thing. We can be disparaging of others. And she said that these were private videos that I somehow stole off the internet. Yes, I secretly hacked into your TikTok account and stole your videos without your permission. Or what could have actually happened is your take is so bad and your opinion was so bad that lots of people shared the video to other social media sites and you set it to private on your TikTok, but it already exists there out on the internet. And what goes out on the web goes out on the web forever. Just ask the Only Fools content creators that decide later in life they want to maybe get away from their past. But the reason why I'm doing this video and why it's important is it's not to make fun of her. That's the thing. It's to remind you guys that when women do something that they regret, or in many cases when there's something that they wish they hadn't done, instead of taking the opportunity and the moment to realize that they did something wrong and they need to correct their actions or learn from their mistakes or stop making the bad decisions, instead of doing that, they're going to lash out and accuse you of doing something that you probably didn't do. Case in point, I did not steal any private videos from TikTok. These are things that she posted and other people snapped them up and shared them around the web, and then she has regrets later, wishes she never shared them, but now she can't take it back. And because that stuff exists out there, she wants to get it removed. What happens, I think, a lot of times, especially to men that are either successful in dating, or a girl has a couple drinks too many and maybe she makes a bad decision, something happens where a girl either dates or sleeps with a guy or spends time with him and she regrets it, and maybe she's even made fun of. Maybe she's openly mocked, and maybe it goes viral. And she gets so embarrassed and so upset, but instead of, again, learning, this is the entitled youth of today, the Participation Trophy Award, what do you call it? Participation Trophy Wives Award, right? Is when all of this stuff happens, this next generation of young people that has grown up says, this feels unfair to me. I don't like it. I want you to get rid of it. I want you to fix it. Oh, I'm 500 pounds and I cannot walk down an aisle on an airplane. They need to change the airline industry. I'm too short for an everyday counter. So they need to make counters lower for me. And then a tall person will say, look, my arms are dangling and I can't even reach the countertop. It's so far down below me. They need to remake everything for me. It's the me generation. Everything's about me. Pay attention to me. Give me validation to me. But then again, if the validation goes wrong and you make fun of me, never mind, undo that. This is such a great example of it happening in real time in front of your faces, in front of my face, but I know stuff like this happens, where people make bad decisions and then they blame others for it. And if it happens to you and you're on a date and maybe you've done something a little physical with somebody, had a hot and heavy makeout session that ends up with clothes on the floor in the living room, and you're with a gal, and the next day or two, a friend finds out and makes fun of her, or somebody calls her easy or whatever, language they want to use for that, or she just feels bad about it. And instead of taking that moment to learn, she's going to lash out and say that you did something inappropriate, even when you didn't. Case in point, saying that I stole videos from her private TikTok page when all I did is share things that were literally on Twitter being shared around for being such bad takes. And instead, she's going to reach out to the corporation, which in many cases would be the government, to come after you and say, hey, this guy's a problem to me. I want this person removed. I want his videos removed. I want his ideas removed. He said something bad about me. That's how this next generation growing up thinks. And it is going to be, I covered my bases in this case, and I try to. I've been a YouTuber for several years now. I know what you can and cannot do. I was nice enough in the first video because she asked me, would you please take this down? And I said, yeah, sure. Or would you please blur the face? I said, yeah, sure. And the second one, she was nice again, and she emailed me and said, hey, I know you get monetization, you make money off this and need your views and everything, but after a couple days, please take it down. I did not respond to her because my answer is no. Because I removed her private information, I blurred her face, didn't use anything personal about it, just like this photo. Has nothing to do with her. This is an AI-generated image. I blurred the face to be ironic because I was nice enough to do it for her other two videos. And YouTube had my back on this, as they should have, because I've done nothing incorrect. But regret is something that women do not deal with well. Making mistakes, they don't deal well, because it makes them have to have a moment of reflection where they have to feel bad. If you make a mistake, you're going to feel bad. If you get called out for something, you're going to feel like crap. But instead of using that as a learning moment, we have another example of a woman just lashing out saying, undo this. He's in the wrong. He did these bad things when I didn't do anything bad. Because, again, there's no identifying anything on this gal. Not a moment of realization. So keep this in mind, guys. If you're out there dating, if you're out there doing your thing, you better be really careful on what kind of woman you get involved with. They don't necessarily need to be the barflies. They don't need to be the club girls. This woman struck me. I don't know anything about her because I do not have TikTok. I will never go on there. But I will find clips of it on the web that have been shared around because I'm not going to TikTok to see it. I'm actually just seeing the video file that was saved from the site. And, it's one of those things where this is going to happen more and more. And I think it's something to be very wary of because, again, she wasn't the barfly. She was not the club girl. She looked like a college girl. She probably is maybe in college or just after college. If you were to ask me, she's very much girl next door, the girl that's maybe working at the office. Maybe she's one of the accountants or one of the lawyers or one of the, doctors or nurses assistants, professional. But it doesn't matter. The entitlement is baked in. They see it in everything in media, that men are bad, women are stunning and brave, women can do no wrong. You got to listen to women no matter what they say, even if it turns out to be a lie. That's this next generation. So be wary of it. Guys, don't forget, I am going to do a review. I am going to do a review of the the Destiny, Rolo, all that stuff. I was going to do it on Sunday, but then we did the Saturday night at the movies. Oof, I had a lot to drink, and I woke up Sunday and I said, "Oh man, I'm not going to do a video today. I'm going to get some work done on the land. I'm still going to do that review. I'm going to do it for supporters only though, over on Locals. So please become a supporter today. I would really appreciate it. It's $5 a month. It's less than a cup of coffee." And you notice I don't ask for likes on my videos. I don't ask to become a supporter or a subscriber over here. I don't really care about that stuff. But I would like you guys to eventually make it over to Rumble or make it over to Locals, where you can join the community. Great group of guys. We have fun every Saturday night, and I usually don't remember the last third of it, so it's always a good time. All right, guys, I'll have another one out here for you shortly, and we'll see you in the next one.